Hello, I'm Erin, your sales and support rep from LobbyCentral. I'm excited to share this new series to update you on the latest check-in features. And today I'm going to talk about one update to a current feature and 3 new features that are live and ready for you to use today. Let's get started. I've added the time so you can jump to the different sections here, but we're going to review the selecting customer record for kiosk check-ins, the QR code for individual kiosk profiles, the daily and manual call out button resets, and tickets can remain in the queue for up to 48 hours. The first one is the require user to select customer record for kiosk check-ins. It's now easier to identify the kiosk record. So this feature is really helpful to help prevent duplicates when kiosk check-ins happen on your system. So if you don't use a kiosk, this is not necessary to set up and you can skip this section. To enable it, just go to Tools, Admin, System Options, and the Options tab and look for Require User to Select Customer Record for Kiosk Check-ins. So when you enable that, anytime someone from the kiosk checks in, the user is going to get a pop-up to ask to select the correct record. So we'll go through a kiosk check-in here so you can see how it works. Just a basic check-in by Homer Simpson. Answering our custom questions, selecting the queue and the visit reason, and confirming. And when you take this customer into service, you're going to get this pop-up that asks you, is this the correct record? So in this case, you can see there's only one Homer Simpson that it's finding. It's the original record. You can click on it and see the details like the address and phone number to verify that it is the correct Homer. And you do have the option to create that new record if not. So now we'll go through a scenario where there are more than one John Smiths in this case in the system. So John Smith is going to check in. You can see that they still go through and choose all the regular things there. They're not selecting a record on their own. We're having the user or the employee do that for them. So when that record gets taken into service, you can see all the different John Smiths here that are in the system. So you can use those details to verify that it is the correct one. If it is none of these selections, the very first record, that 218, is going to be the one that you're going to use. That's the one that was just entered into the kiosk. Okay, the next feature is a QR code for individual kiosk profiles. It allows you to create a QR code per kiosk with select queues. You still have the option to show all queues, but it allows you to isolate it to one profile if you like. So to set that up, you're going to go into Tools, Admin, App Settings, Kiosk, and then Profiles. Then you're going to enable the QR code at the bottom. And then you'll also have that section where you can choose which queue. So if you only want to show one queue in that profile, you have the option to choose that and then enable that QR code. So when you refresh, you're going to see the QR code on that kiosk. So the customer can scan that and then it'll take you to Express Lobby just like normal. Whenever they check in, they're going to get the option of the queues that you have pinpointed for this Express Lobby check-in. So you can see the only main lobby is available here. Express Lobby is still going to function on its own. This is just a way to create a QR code for an individual profile. So if you go into Express Lobby settings under the location, you can see you still have that option to select both of your queues. Just to clarify, you will have 2 separate QR codes from Express Lobby to creating this individual code for a profile. So that main QR code that you're creating out of the location section is going to act independently from the QR code that's created from your individual profile. Okay, next we're going to review the daily reset of the call out number. It's going to allow you to do it manually or to have a daily automatic reset option. So if you use our call out system, you can set that up by going into Tools and Admin and then System Options. You would need to select the Include Call Out Number with Customer Name selection under the Options tab. When we go back into the main queue management page, you'll see that there's a number 3 next to Homer's name. That's the call out number that will be sent through Queue Monitor, for example, to show when it's his turn to come up if you're using just the call out number and not his name. So in the settings, if you go into the settings tab under system options, you'll see that you can have a max call out number for the day. So if you set it to 25, like mine is set, what it'll do is it'll reset after 25 check-ins. But you also have the option now to do a daily reset by ticking that box, or you can manually reset it yourself. So you can see when I check in Marge here, after manually resetting it, it goes back to number 1. Using the daily tick box to reset that every day will automatically do it. Even if you've got your max call out number set to 25 and you don't make it to 25, you can automatically reset it each day. And you do need to have at least 25 in there up to 1,000. So the ticket can remain in the queue for up to 48 hours now. There are settings for 8, 16, 24, and 48, and it also allows you to ignore the date completely. You can make that adjustment under System Options again and choose the duration that you want to allow the ticket to stay in the system. So this feature is going to be for our customers that run on a 24-hour schedule. What was happening was basically tickets were getting checked in the middle of the night, and then once midnight happened, the system would reset and it would send those tickets into the fix requests. I left this ticket in the 8 hours, and you can see that now it is found in the Left and Waiting tab. So this will now allow you to keep it in the queue for up to 48 hours. You can read over any changes that we add to the system by going into the Help tab, choosing View Latest Changes, and you can see all of the different fixes and updates we implemented. Hopefully this series will help you get to know some of the features in LobbyCentral, and I'll try to get more videos out for you soon. If you have any questions or would like to suggest a future video, just send us an email at support@lobbycentral.com. Thanks for watching.